At the commemoration of 9/11, 24 years after 9/11, Donald Trump looked visibly affected. We can get because of the assassination of his beloved friend Charlie Kirk. And also, of course, remember this date in United States history was so tragic in many ways. Let's take a look at some of the clips that let me see if I can fix here. You can. There's a clip that he's arriving. He's got a nice gait, walking, has energy, but his facial expression is something that we are not used to seeing Trump like this. I wouldn't say that defeated is the word, but I would say that yeah, it's visibly affected. For you can guess the events in the last 24 hours have been just way too much, and he understands that this is something even beyond the fact that Charlie Kirk is no longer with us. It's all the reaction, all the vitriol, all the this was the product of all this hate and violent rhetoric from the left. And at the same time, even if Charlie Kirk dies because of it's murdered because of this is assassin that is still on the loose, they haven't caught him. The reaction of so many people, the toxic reaction, that should be really devastating. It should be. Trump is a very tough guy in many ways, but I'm pretty sure that this really caught up with him. I think that he needs at least one day off, but you know that he's not gonna take one day off. Of course, even in this in this event, the comments of people from, let's say, the left were saying, "Oh, he's falling asleep. He's got a stroke. Something is going on with him." He's, every single thing that they didn't say with Biden, even if with Biden was so much worse, you know how that's gonna be. Let's freeze this frame. I think that Melania also looked upset. I think that Trump had many things going through his mind, thinking not only about 9/11, thinking about all the patriots that they gave their lives to save so many people, but at the same time, it's the division. It's something that is just harder to see. I mean, it's something that I felt that I've told you in my videos today. I felt that it was so naive thinking that this was not that bad. Maybe that division in the United States is not that bad. Maybe we can push through. And one thing that I remember, and over again, that Trump did run on when he was on his campaign. He was constantly saying about uniting Americans. He was going to be the president of every single American, not the president of only one group of Americans, not the president of MAGA or president of Republicans, no, every single American. And he meant it. And this division and the tragedy that this division keeps pushing, I think that must be way too much for him to handle, and that's why he's showing it. Even if he's usually quite stoic, you cannot make out much of an expression from him, and he always tries to make everything pleasant for people, joke. We have analyzed him more than one occasion, but right now I think that he was really overwhelmed by so many emotions. He's human after all, even if he can look like superhuman in many ways. Now, there's another clip that they are sitting, and this is the clip. Oh, he is falling asleep. He is. I'm pretty sure that he hasn't slept in days. something that is understandable, not only of the huge pressure of all this stuff happening. I mean, I have trouble keeping up with everything happening, and I can like focus on one or two topics at any given time. And he's keeping an eye on what just happened in Doha, in Qatar, with that attack from Israel. Russia, Ukraine is not going. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. So yeah, it should be a lot of stress, and the tragedy of Charlie Kirk might be too much. We have some moments, some cute moments with Melania. President Donald Trump kisses his wife Melania Trump's hand during a ceremony at the Pentagon. And we have some nice pictures and some words from Melania. I didn't talk about this yesterday. Charlie's children will be raised with stories instead of memories, photographs instead of laughter, and silence where their father's voice should have echoed. Charlie Kirk's life should serve as a symbolic reminder that compassionate awareness elevates family, love, and country. And compassion, that's something that we should think about. That's something that we should think about. And that's why so many of us don't know how to act. What would Charlie do in this situation? What would have Charlie wanted us to do? There's so many people that are, we don't want violence. Nobody wants violence. But the problem is that Charlie didn't believe in violence. And he was actually debating. He wanted to talk to people. I've seen so many videos of him just wanting to debate people, and he was killed because of that. Then what do we do? That is the question. We don't know what to do. Also, the White House, President Donald J. Trump signs a proclamation honoring the memory of Charlie Kirk, a champion of liberty and an American patriot. It was so great. And also, I didn't post this statement after Charlie's death.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives.
Yeah, it's time to stop. And this, people were talking about this picture that his face was drooping a little. I'm pretty sure it's stress, and I'm pretty sure that he absolutely needs some rest, but he won't stop. He won't stop. He will find a way. He also said today that we have a great country. We have a radical left group of lunatics out there. Yes, that's something that is...
Not really. I'm really concerned for our country. We have a great country. We have a radical left group of lunatics out there, just absolute lunatics, and we're going to get that problem solved. I'm only concerned for the country.
Yeah, that's his concern. The amount of lunatics and how they keep planting and pushing for this division, because that is the only way that they can win. That is the only thing that they cannot build. They can only divide. They can only destroy. That's what the left has always been. It's always been like that. But well, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, I'm the Bar Language Guy. Much love and bliss.